Have you ever had a huge dream? Something you wanted more than anything, but found yourself stuck on the couch, just thinking about it? That was David. He was incredibly talented, full of brilliant ideas, and had ambitions as big as the sky. He dreamt of becoming a successful entrepreneur, a respected author, a person who made a real impact. But there was a problem. David was lazy. His days were a mix of procrastination, short bursts of inspiration that quickly faded, and a whole lot of wishing things would just happen for him. He believed that one day, a single, massive wave of motivation would hit, and he'd ride it all the way to success. But that wave never came. His big dreams remained just that, dreams, collecting dust in the corners of his mind. One afternoon, feeling particularly frustrated with his lack of progress, David met Michael. Michael was a retired military officer, a man whose posture and calm demeanor spoke of years of discipline. He listened patiently as David poured out his frustrations, explaining his grand plans and his inability to execute them. When David finished, Michael didn't offer sympathy or a magic solution. Instead, he smiled and said something that would change David's life forever. "Habits," Michael said, "are like seeds. A single seed looks insignificant. You can't see the forest it will become. But if you plant one every day and water it, soon you'll have a sapling, then a tree, and eventually an entire forest." He explained that success isn't born from one giant leap. It's built from 1,000 tiny, consistent steps. It's the small actions, repeated daily, that build momentum and create massive change. The idea was so simple, yet so profound. It clicked for David. He wasn't failing because he lacked a grand opportunity. He was failing because he lacked daily discipline. Inspired by Michael's wisdom, David decided to start small, ridiculously small. The next morning, instead of hitting the snooze button 5 times, he put on his running shoes. His first jog was a disaster. His lungs burned, his legs ached, and every fiber of his being screamed at him to stop and go back to bed. The temptation to quit was immense. He only ran for 10 minutes before collapsing in exhaustion. But he did it. That evening, instead of binge-watching another series, he set a timer and committed to studying his craft for just 1 hour. His mind wandered, his phone buzzed with notifications, and the lure of easy entertainment was powerful. It felt like a battle against his own nature. Que peth this up. Day after day. The jog got a little easier. The hour of study became more focused. He wasn't seeing any dramatic results. He wasn't a marathon runner overnight, nor was he an expert in his field. But something was changing inside him. Each completed jog, each finished study session was a small victory. It was proof that he could keep a promise to himself. These tiny habits were like Michael's seeds, slowly taking root in the soil of his character. He learned that the real fight wasn't against some external obstacle. It was against the resistance from his own body and mind, the gravitational pull of old, comfortable patterns. The initial discomfort was the price of admission for a new life. David was beginning to understand that greatness isn't an event. It's a habit. It's the boring, unglamorous, consistent work that no one sees, which eventually leads to the results that everyone envies. He was no longer waiting for a wave of motivation. He was creating his own, one small ripple at a time. What small seed can you plant today? He had this huge goal, to win a highly competitive scholarship for his dream university. The problem? He felt overwhelmed. His grades were okay, but not stellar, and he wasn't exactly the most athletic person. He tried cramming for weeks, pulling all-nighters, and hitting the gym like a madman. And you know what happened? Burnout. He was exhausted, discouraged, and ready to give up. That's when he decided to change his approach. Instead of trying to conquer the mountain in one go, he decided to just take one small step every single day. He started by waking up just 30 minutes earlier than usual. He used that time not to cram, but to simply review his notes from the day before. Just 30 minutes. Then, for his physical fitness, he didn't aim for a 2-hour workout. He started with just 10 push-ups and a 15-minute walk every single morning. That's it. It felt almost laughably easy. Some of his friends even teased him, saying it wouldn't make a difference. But David stuck with it. Day after day, week after week, the 30 minutes of review turned into 45, then an hour, as his focus improved. The 10 push-ups became 20. 10:50, the 15-minute walk turned into a 30-minute jog. He wasn't relying on a burst of motivation anymore. He was running on the power of habit. These actions became automatic. Like brushing his teeth, months went by, and the transformation was incredible. His academic performance skyrocketed. He was no longer just memorizing facts. He was truly understanding the material because of his consistent daily reviews. Physically, he was stronger and had more energy than ever before. The daily exercise wasn't a chore. It was a source of mental clarity and confidence. When the time came for the scholarship interviews and exams, David was prepared. He was calm, confident, and sharp. And guess what? Got Italiano. He secured the scholarship that once seemed like an impossible dream. When people asked him for a secret, they were expecting to hear about some complex strategy or a grueling training regimen. They were shocked when he told them his secret was simply waking up a little earlier, reading a few pages, and doing a few push-ups every single day. David's story is a powerful reminder of a fundamental truth. Motivation is what gets you started, but habit is what keeps you going. Motivation is a spark. It's bright and intense, but it can die out quickly. Habits are the slow-burning embers that provide consistent heat over the long haul. It's the boring, unsexy, repetitive daily actions that ultimately build the life you want. Think about it. A single workout won't make you fit. Reading one book won't make you a genius. Saving a small amount once won't make you wealthy. But doing these things consistently over time, that's where the magic happens. This is the principle of compound interest, but for your life. Small, smart choices, plus consistency, plus time, equal radical difference. So, what does this mean for you? Look at the big goal you have in your life right now. Does it feel overwhelming? Forget the mountain for a second and just focus on the first step. What is the smallest possible action you can take today and every day to move toward it? Maybe it's not reading a whole book, but just one page. Maybe it's not running a marathon, but just walking around the block. Maybe it's not learning a whole new language, but just learning one new word a day. The key is to make it so easy that you can't say no. The goal is not to be perfect, but to be consistent. Even on the days you feel tired, uninspired, or just don't want to, do your small thing. Because showing up, even imperfectly, is infinitely more powerful than waiting for the perfect moment of inspiration. Those small wins build momentum. Each time you complete your tiny habit, you're casting a vote for the person you want to become. Over time, those votes add up and create a new identity. So, I challenge you today. Pick one small action. Just one. Commit to doing it every day for the next 30 days. Write it down and tell a friend. Whatever it takes to hold yourself accountable. You will be amazed at how these tiny ripples can create massive waves of change in your life. Success isn't found in the grand gestures. It's forged in the discipline of your daily habits. Start small, stay consistent, and watch your life transform. Thank you so much for watching. If this video resonated with you, hit that like button and subscribe for more content on building a better life, one habit at a time. I'll see you in the next one.